Welcome back everybody and welcome into a backtesting session, really quick video on the lower time frame. I want to analyze and backtest these possible entry that I was looking during the live session yesterday during New York session, almost the start of the new 4-hour candle. Let's dig into it. So here, okay, let me just mark it up. When was the new hourly open? The new 4-hourly candle was here. Very good. So what we were seeing was that one, was this. Price was making indeed a pullback, bouncing from this PSA. I have 1807 as a PSA. Other members of the CH, they have 1808, so made more sense. But okay, eventually, even if I don't have it, you can see there's still this rejection at this level. Then you see price making new highs, new higher low, failing to make a new higher high, still making a new higher low, and then breaking up, retesting these previous lower high, testing it, and then making new highs. Then you see a double top being created, and then very aggressively bounce at this same PSA. So well, what we want to see is, of course, this first entry was very fast and not looking to it. Of course, I'm not looking for this bounce here because it's the first tap of, it's not, I mean, it's not like a level, it's not something that I saw this and this is not a range that is being respected 3-4 times or that I see a double bottom, etc. So it's the first tap of the first tap, the second tap of this first tap. So I'm not looking for a entry here, but what I'm charting from my previous all my what's the name, backtesting sessions, price action, etc., was of course this PSA and eventually also this one because it was respected twice. Okay, what I see, what do we see if we go into depth of this these 1 minute candles? So this is okay, this is here, what I consider as a rejection of the price level. So we see price very aggressively from these highs, 1, 2, 3, 4 very aggressive bearish candles, bringing the price at this PSA. But what we see is that we are coming towards the end of the 4-hourly candle, which was bullish, and we are already rejecting it. So it's creating, let me double check. Was here for sure. Why are we in June? Okay, we were here. So we closed very bearish instead of closing without high big rejection. Let me go back here. Okay. So here, okay. So the very aggressive bearish candle. What we want to see usually at the start of a new, if we want price to see continuation down, we see the new 4-hour continuation up, down, make a top wick and then continuation down. I want to see if I have some entries here because we saw a counter trend trade take place. I'm not sure if was tradable or not. So let's dissect it. So we see aggressive, aggressive. This is still an aggressive candle. This candle was once a big bearish candle, giving you that got rejected and flipped bullish, even if it's closed very weak bullish, indeed closed bullish. Then we have another one with a huge big rejection, bearish candle, still failing to close below. This bullish candle made a lower wick and then flipped bullish. And then it took 1, 2, 3, 4 candles to correct this move. Very, very, very weak candles, as you can see. Look at the wicks here. This candle. These two are honestly very, very bearish in my opinion, because they were up and then we got rejected, went up and then got rejected. But they both close with no wick. So I think that in this moment, you can't really, unless it's a very high risk, high reward entry, you can't even really consider taking an entry on the buy side, of course. Yeah. Unless, I think the only place I see opportunity is here, but it's very high risk. Because what you see is aggressive rejection, little wick, and then flipping bullish after touching the PSA. The same as here, touching, and then when it starts flipping bullish, here is still bearish, so you don't enter. But in this case, that the open is so close to the PSA, you might consider it. In this case, it would have worked out, but we are 6 minutes from the new hourly candle. And we are still bearish, we are still below this PSA. So the hourly candle, the new hourly candle starts, it actually starts here, makes a lower wick, flip bullish. But I mean, it's a very, doesn't mean anything because you can go here, make a top wick and then continuation down. But this is a very high risk, high reward entry. But possibly is only inside. Then you see, okay, price making here, failing to make new lows, closing weak bullish. Then you see some strong momentum, safer entry. So I don't really think this was a high risk. It was too much at the start of the new hourly. But what we see is that price breaks and retests this PSA. What specific PSA is it respecting? Let's check it out, because it doesn't look like it's respecting this low. It's not respecting the wick. Looks like that this first I respected these previous highs, which are not exactly the same. Respect these previous highs, but anyway, even if you don't have the high of the week, it's still failing to break below these body candles, the candles body, sorry. And we see it, one with a very huge rejection, strong bearish, failing to break. After this, I think this is one of the setups that I want to trade. These candles, like this one, like not this one, are the ones that give you the most profitable setup. Shows you that, okay, it's not strong yet. I'm not telling you, this one is not telling you I'm strong, but I'm telling you I stopped the bearish momentum. It stopped, as you can see. And then you can take an entry here, with a stop loss, 10 pips, 10 pips here below these bodies. Even here, this is a confirmation. You see price tries to go below and then flips bullish, smaller and smaller wicks, and start to see bullish. You see a reaction in these previous highs, yes, but this one is falling even shorter, and then buyers are jumping in immediately. Your entry, very high risk, is very good, better than this one, because you don't have a drawdown, or price can even go here and then continuation. You see the retest here. Look at this candle, very small, double wicks, very nice bullish. Yeah, we have the rejection in this previous PSA, but still closing bullish and very strong above the 11. This entry was really, really tough, you see, because there was a time that this candle was completely bearish from here, so almost rejecting, saying, okay, the key level is rejecting it. Yeah, but then before closing, close bullish. So it's honestly, in insight, this is a very good entry because it closed above, after all this bullish action, closed above the key level. Of course, you're not above these levels, these previous highs, but this is a very nice rejection, a sort of a inside intra candle break and retest, we might say. This is a retest, already a retest of the key level. Closes window is not leaving flow behind. It's not like, okay, price will go here and then up. Maybe it just jumps here, wicks below, and then continuation up, and gives you 12.7. Gives you almost 30 pips with a really nice stop loss below here. Yeah, 10 pips is 2 to 1 plus something. And here you have the confirmation because, okay, made the new hour, 4 hour, made the new top lower wick, and then you see this confirmation of buyers getting in. Dun, dun. Retesting this previous PSA. Dun, dun, dun. Above the PSA, above the key level, and then continuation. So I want to start really digging into this. I love starting to identify and love these small candles. Here. Let's this small candle it's what shows you the stop of the bearish momentum. Yes, I love it. I love it. There you go. Let's on to see. This was another entry I want to take. Here we have this PSA. We have a bounce. This is the key level 1995. No retest, no entry for me. But you start to identify, and I mean, I should be able to start identifying exhaustion from buyers. So strong bullish. Let's do it like this. Strong bullish. Bullish. Strong bullish. Here, smaller, smaller. Look at the size of these candles. Look how, I mean, it's showing that the momentum is going from here to here to here to here, and then it can go on the opposite side. And this, if this was at a random place, okay, maybe it's not enough. But as you can see, we are reaching this price sensitivity area on the left hand side, which gives you this sort of confirmation and confluence, added confidence to your thought. And then what you see here, okay, on top of this, look how many wicks. So sellers are in. There are sellers in this place because you see that, yes, start here, dip below, and then close bullish. Yes, start here, dip below, and then close bullish. It's not like here, dun dum, dun dum, dun dum. No, sellers are pushing the price down, then buyers don't want yet to close the position. But look how almost it is engulfing the previous candle before pushing it up. The same, engulfing the previous candle, body candle, candle body, and then up. And then you see very double wick, like we were talking about in the prior candle. Look, this wick, double wicks, so on the top and on the bottom, showing you that the buyers push, the momentum is gone. You have another confirmation, you have here, either you enter here, the stop loss like enter here, 99.73. Yeah, this is 10 pips here, so you can put 10 pips. You can put it here for some more safety. Then 15 pips, you are fine. Enter here, 15 pips is here, 12 pips is here, and you have plenty of range to play with, because what you want is to reach at least the key level. Of course, then you might say, yeah, but you can see that price might react here and then go up. Yes, it might. Of course, this is where you have to trade and manage your trade. You are still up 9 pips. You have all the time to see it coming towards your entry again. So you can decide to, okay, you know what? I want to risk only 3 pips instead of 15. If it goes back here, after we survived here, if it goes back here, then I'm done. And I have confirmation of buyers, especially if it rejects this PSA. But you're already in, so that's why it's very, very good. Then you have the confirmation, very buyers want to push, get very aggressively rejected. Go away. Okay. giving you a possible second entry. If you did miss this one, if you want extra confirm, you have these buyers getting rejected, and then you see price going down. This was actually a nice entry. And I want to jump quickly to now, this morning. Here, the the rejection at the key level. As I showed you many times, you don't have to expect a double bottom to always be on the dot. This happened, yes, but here can dip below. So you're seeing the sellers in control, perfect reaction on the dot to 1795. You can enter very impulsive candle, risk reward entry here, 25 pips. Look at where it's reacting, previous highs. So as I told you, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low. This is a new, okay. Did we shift the market structure? No, because we didn't break the last lower high. And then what you see exactly is this one. You see that very aggressive bearish. You see reaction. You see a double wiki. It's not closing bullish, but it's still very weak. Bearish candle, but it's closing below the key level, so no entry yet. And creates a double bottom, very aggressive moves. For me, it's not an entry point because it's not clean action. It's not what I want. You see, making double bottom, very strong reaction. Yes. Okay. Then what you see, what I told you many times, is that if we go here, if we want to trade a double bottom, not always it would be like this. Of course, but sometimes it might be like this, and then continuation up, or like this, slightly below, and then continuation up, retesting, making a higher low, and then continuation up, still a double bottom. It will not always will be picture clear, picture perfect like from the textbook. So this is what is happening here. This is not a double bottom, but is multiple rejections from the key level. You see that price is not able to close below, and you see, of course, this is high risk reward entry because here we are still in a very bearish trend. We are making lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high slash same, lower low being created, lower high being created, lower low being created. How can you enter here knowing it on here? You see how was the price action? You see any clean buyers in control? No, not yet. But you see that when trying to push, then buyers engulf very, very aggressively the bearish trend. So this was a really high risk because unless you trade, okay, yeah, it's a rejection, and I take the break and a retest, and then high risk reward, I place a tight stop loss here, 95.1 is 5 pips, 7 pips. Tight stop loss. If I get stopped out, it's fine, but I have a huge risk reward ratio. Because as you can see here, this is what I was talking about in the Zoom session. What I want to see to enter on the top of a key level is this one. The candle closes, okay. The next one makes a lower wick trying to tap the key level, and then flips back bullish. Here I would have entered exactly when I see the green candle instead of red here. And then you have the continuation up. Safer entries, of course, were above here, not clean. Of course, you have to identify as a price points, as a area, not a specific level, because price is giving you a break above, rejection, as you can see, but failing to make, they create, even if you don't have this level, you see they're reacting here at this PSA, and what you see on the 1 minute is trying to push, getting rejected. Again, trying to push, getting rejected, but as you can see, immediately corrected. And no wick, no wick. This was a clean 1 minute of just push. But you start to see that, okay, open here, no wick, not even lower wick. Then the next one, top wick, and then close bearish, not engulfing it. Another is twins candles. Then you see this one trying to break below, reacting at the same wicks, closing exactly at the same point. Next one opens no top, no below, lower wick. Happen here. It's not giving you this same setup that I just showed you, that I want lower wick, and then when it flips bullish, you enter like this one. But it just pushed up. But this is, what is this candle? The double wick candle. Top wick, lower wick, very close and small body, in confluence with the fact that we created a flat candle body support. Flat candle body support. Double wick candle, small body. And then this was the safer entry for price to continue up. And then you get your rewards out of it and see how then price reacted again multiple times. But this is it. It was a sort of backtesting analysis, and see you guys.